We have to be honest with ourselves. You know, we have to be honest with our children. We have to be honest to let them know that, hey, a lot of the information that y'all are learning in school, unfortunately, is not correct. You see what I'm saying? Um, you feel me? It's just not correct. It's not correct at all. You know what I mean? They try to mix these stories up to confuse the children. So when they become older or out of high school, out of middle school, they don't know any of the information that is really the true hard facts. They're just hearing the same watered down shit that these teachers and professors have been telling them for 18 years, really. You see what I'm saying? Because your child graduates at usually 17 to 18 when they become a senior. So from 3 to 18, they are listening to bullshit. I mean, everybody got phones now, but a lot of people don't, look shit up a lot of times. If you're looking at a professor that has been teaching for over 30 to 40 plus years, you're going to say, hey, no, the information that they're telling me, the information that they're saying is correct. I'll never forget the day when I told my music teacher that Beethoven was black. He looked at me like I was a fool. And, but, because I told him Beethoven had a swarthy complexion. What does swarthy mean? Dark skinned. And this is why he was hated. He got kicked out of every fucking apartment he lived in, not because he played loud music, but because he was a black man. So in reality, we gotta really ask ourselves these type of questions when they give us information. That Beethoven was white, or most of these known classical musicians are white, and things of that nature. Why can't they give you the fact of, wait, hold on. When I was reading they know this information because a lot of it's public knowledge. You see what I'm saying? Beethoven had a girlfriend, and his girlfriend, her name was Anne Frank. It's a diary of Anne Frank, and she pretty much took, a diary and, pretty much talked about how much she loved Beethoven. And she said Beethoven had a swarthy complexion. He was very swarthy, which means dark-skinned. Now, goddamn, even if you don't want to say he's black, right? Can you recolor the faces of a lot of these people that our kids learned about that they thought were white but was really black? Because that's not fair. A lot of the history textbooks that our kids are reading from are fucking outdated. This is like 1979. Look at some of the textbooks that your child be reading, and they reprint it, but it's still the old information from like 1979, 19 fucking 80. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes older than that. But they rehash it. They put some new shit in there about the new presidents and shit, and then they re-put it out. But a lot of the shit is the same information. Remember one time my daughter brought her history book in school, and I said, "Damn, they still teaching this shit." I'm looking through it like, "Oh, damn, it's a lot of the same information that I knew or that they were telling me when I was a kid in middle school and elementary." And I'm just like, that's fucked up. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the times is kids are very impressionable. So when you leave these type of impressions on these kids, it has a lasting effect on them. So now they're going to think that, oh man, Beethoven was white, and you had all these great white artists and great white poets and shit. But nothing wrong with white people. But I'm just saying, like, as a black student, you start to as me myself, you start to kind of look like, damn, did we do anything great? Did we do anything cool? Did we do anything? Did we invent anything? Did we, just like people don't understand that the man who created the light bulb was a black man. He created the filament. Thomas Edison had created the outer glass shell, but the main light bulb is made from the filament that's inside. You see what I'm saying? And I didn't learn this shit till about 6 years ago. You know what I'm saying? 7 years ago when I started doing my journey of researching and trying to figure out who I was as a person, who I was as a man, who I was as an African American, because so many things were really put in a trunk, locked, fucking, and put 12 feet under dirt, to where all the information, I didn't know a lot. I didn't know a lot. And so it's just, when you start doing your research and when you start really looking for things and unearthing things, you start to really figure out a lot of information that you learned wasn't really the truth. That it was really just all a lie. And none of it was real. None of it was true. You see what I'm saying? So it's crazy, bruh. It's real crazy. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make any sense. You feel me? It just doesn't make any sense. They lied to us about really a lot of our information from our ancestors. You know what I mean? Even with the story of Harriet Tubman, it's just like, which is not even her real name. That was a name given to her, right? But I forgot her name. And how she traveled through the pitch black darkness. You see what I'm saying? Taking those people from those rural South plantations onto the North. The reason why, some scholars think that she went through a portal, right? But also, what I believe is that she knew the land. You see, she knew the land because her great-great-grandparents and grandfathers and grandmas and shit was living within these regions. And also by the North Star guiding her. And she was really an astronomer. She was really, if you think about it, she was in astronomy. She was a mad genius. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, to where the CIA, right, wanted her to be a fucking agent. They need to make a movie about some shit like that. Harriet Tubman being a motherfucking CIA agent, you understand? Blowing shit up, showing them who really is the motherfucking business around this shit. You know what I mean? Who that black woman. You know what I mean? That black woman. That's why it's so fucked up. That's why the black woman catches so much hell. Because of the power that she has. The people who are in power don't really want to see the black woman uprise. You know what I mean? I'm unapologetically black. Period. I love all people. Shit. I got white on my side. Shit. If you want to think about it, look at my skin. You know what I mean? Look at my shit. Look at my mom. You know what I mean? We are all mixed race. We are all mixed race, no matter what. But what I'm trying to get to is that we should be unapologetically black. You should be unapologetically Asian. You should be unapologetically fucking Korean. Or you should be unapologetically Mexican. You should be unapologetically Punjabi Sikh. You understand? You should be unapologetically whoever the fuck you are, because of you really trying to have a pride and a sense of honor, you understand, for your people, for your culture. There's nothing wrong with you feeling like that, And a lot of times we sometimes do feel awkward, giving a black person a little extra more love. Why? Because, a lot of jobs and a lot of places make it seem like you have to be that one great black man to succeed. You know what I mean? They have even in construction, bruh. It's deep in the construction unions. You don't really see that many black people. I'm gonna be real, and you can't even say black people ain't trying to get these motherfucking jobs out here. Because half of the people that I look and talk to, half of the brothers and sisters that I see, They trying to fucking put in applications and they can't get it. They try to put in construction jobs and they can't get it. You feel me? Even coming from myself, I put in hundreds of applications and couldn't get the motherfucking job. You know? I mean, come on, dude. I had a interview. It was one Mexican dude. It was two white boys, and it was a female in the back that was kind of, observing and doing things of that nature. And I came in, I was 15 minutes early, you know what I'm saying? I was early, and they were asking me these questions and shit like that, and I was answering them, but it was about being a person who hooked up the G5 towers. You see what I'm saying? And they were like, yeah, man, have you ever climbed before? Are you afraid of heights? And I'm just like, yeah, I mean, not really to a certain extent. But I could, I need a job right now, so I'm trying to sell it to him. No, I'll walk up this. Oh, that's no problem. I could do this, walk up the pole and all that. And they were just telling me these certain terms of how, radiation frequencies. What else? Also, knowing how to read it was a lot about radiation and about how to read the satellites and the type of frequencies how they have to be at to be able to radiate the frequency or whatever that they're trying to give out. So it has to be at a certain level so it can be amplified to where everyone can get the type of, the radio station, whatever, that you're using that needs a tower, a cell tower. You know what I'm saying? So it was pretty much putting up the G5 cell towers. And I was selling it to them, sounding very articulate, sounding educated. And for a moment, I thought I had the job, right? I'm like, damn, well, shit. I think, I sold it to these motherfuckers. I think I'm going to be working pretty soon. And they just didn't, he asked me one thing. He said, oh, so how much were you looking to, because they told me all the shit I have to do. So he was like, how much were you looking to get paid? And I was like, I'm honestly looking for anything. Like I told him, I said 19 an hour. I said like 19 an hour, 19.50. Well, he said, this position is for 17.50. I was like, nigga, first in my head, I said 17.50 for climbing a fucking high ass ladder, these towers. I'm like, oh, y'all got a motherfucking bent. And then he was like, yeah, so, we're looking for a person that's also, is not really afraid to climb up on the cell towers. Well, now, like I said, I was like, I'm not really afraid, at all. I just spoke up and said that. But for the pay that you're paying somebody to do this, it's really low. I just said it. I just upset it and told them. And the way that they looked at me, they was like, the way they looked, it was a look like, wow, you shouldn't be a black man coming in here for one, trying to get a job interview for two, and then tell me that we ain't paying you enough for three. You understand? They looked at me like I lost my motherfucking mind. They looked at me like I promise you, I never seen a look at a person's face like that. It was just like a look, not of like disgust, but like a look of just like, how dare you? How dare you come into this job interview thinking that you're gonna get paid more than what we pay Timothy and Johnny over there? You understand? Or Daniel and Benny. We're not gonna pay you more than what we pay them. And that just showed me right there, and it's the look they gave me, and then the fact of how I kind of knew, that they weren't gonna call me back, and for sure they didn't call me back because, they had to fly you out to Minnesota, and then you would have to train, and then after you would train, they would fly you back out to Sacramento, and then you would train under these people, and then you would get this information and the skill set for you to go build these cell towers. And, honestly, like I said, maybe that was You know, like I figured they didn't want to give me that much game. They didn't want to give a black dude like me that much game. Because when you start to bring black people into learning these different technologies on building cell towers, working under somebody in a very high level, it starts to kind of be like, oh, well, no. We can't have a person, like that. We can't have a person that's, that's constantly learning so much to where he could break the chains of poverty within his family. No. We can't give him that information, because when we do that, then like they say, we gonna take up all their jobs, and then we go do this, and then we go do that. So that's why it's so imperative, right? That when I even talk to people, even when I talk to people about going to school, even when I talk to people about learning a trade, you have to learn a trade in this world, because by you learning a trade, you set yourself up to always have the ability to work with your hands. You understand? And to take care of your family. You understand me? You will always have the ability to be able to stand on your own and say, hey, I'm making my own living by me doing what I went to school for these 6 to 9 months to 2 years sometimes, to learn this trade, to be able to take my family to the next level. You understand? And that was just too much game. You know what I mean? And to be honest, I knew that off the top. I knew that off the rip. I knew that. And a lot of the times, bruh, in this life, bruh, you will get tested. You will get tested. Why you will get tested? Because you are not bowing down to you're not in Rome, do what the Romans do. You feel me? In Rome, do what the Romans do. You're not bowing down to this type of trickery and bullshit that a lot of these motherfuckers is giving at you every single day. You're not kissing ass enough. That's why you can't be in the in club. You're not blowing up these motherfuckers' heads all day. That's why you can't get this type of job. Oh, you're not around enough to be able to fit in with this circle. You understand? And a lot of the times when you're seeing you're feeling this type of rejection, but also you're feeling it, and that could have a callus on a man's soul. Like I said in one of my songs, I said, callus on a grown man's soul. I said, I said something. Hold on. Something. I said, callous on a man's soul. You know what I mean? Like, your soul can become calloused. You understand? Your heart can become calloused and hard. And, I got that from Dick Gregory. Because when you callous a man's heart, when you callous a man's soul, you callous his pride, you callous his worth, you callous his strength, you callous his mindset, you start to break him down. That goes for anybody. When you're constantly shunned, and it could harden your heart to where now you look at a person 5 years from now, you did that to them 5 years from now, there's like giving people the cold shoulder, like, oh, fuck you. You know what I mean? When I was really down, it was no motherfucking fishing pole line string to give a motherfucker a fish. It was no lifeguard jacket. You understand? You didn't give me a lifeguard jacket, homie. You just let me drown out in this motherfucking sea because you know what? You thought, oh, he's fine. He's good. He got it. Or I don't want to help him. If I help him, then, he could get past me. He gonna get more than me. You see what I'm trying to say? Oh, he can't learn this information. This is only for a certain type of elite group of people who I surround myself with. You feel me? And people start to make it hard for you to get anything, But when your heart becomes calloused, you understand? When your heart becomes calloused, and to my feeling is that it could become, from it being calloused, you can find it being strong. So your heart is becoming stronger now. So when you go through these things, instead of doing them the same way, you do the opposite. Hey, you know what, man? Hey, bro, I got this. Hey, look, bro, I know this person that's hiring, bro. You need a job? Bro, I got you. Come here, look. Listen, bro, go online, put this in, use me as a referral, send it, call me after when you do it. I'll call the supervisor automatically and let them know, man, you trying to get a job, bro. I can see you trying to feed your family. You understand? And sometimes people don't be doing well, right? When you trying to help them out, I understand that. But that shows you that, hey, that's just wasn't for them. Let's move on to somebody else. Just don't close the door because one person did wrong. You understand? So everybody must be the same way as that person. That's not true. You have to learn how to sometimes give people opportunity because the opportunity was given for you. You see, an opportunity was given for you to be able to succeed with your family, for you to be able to eat with your family. Everybody is so fucking greedy. Everybody want everything. Everybody is just looking for that dollar. But when does it become you're constantly being so greedy to where you lose sight? That's why it says in the Bible, for a rich man to make it into heaven is like a camel going through an eye of a needle. You can't fit through that because your spirit is not right. That's why it says in what I read from my ancestors, does your heart outweigh the feather? Does your heart outweigh the feather? You understand? Your heart doesn't, homie. Your heart is heavier than a bowling ball. People would do wrong on you, lie on you. People will lie on you, homie, and I'm telling you, when you are a real, true child of the universe, to where you are honestly praying and speaking to the universe, those things that people try to do to you will reverse on them. You can't do people wrong. You can't think that you'll get away with doing people evil and doing wrong onto people. And that won't happen to you. You can't think that for 1 second. You understand? The disruption you try to cause in people's homes, that will come back onto you. The talking you do at people, the backbiting and spite. There's some people that are really spiteful out there, bruh. There's some people that move with spite in everything that they do, with evilness in everything that they do. In everything that they do. You understand? They will constantly talk about you and trying to make you seem like a fool. In a lot of situations, bruh. We judge people from what we don't even know what they've been through. But we judge them and talk about them. People will lie on you and say that you did things that you didn't do. People will lie on you. You understand? And make you look like a fool. People will try to do you wrong and do things to you because if they don't like you. Because they don't like you. You feel me? I'm going through a situation like that now. Oh, you're getting complaints about your music being loud. Hold on. What? 3, 4 in the morning, 5 complaints, 5 people called about your music being loud. What? How is that possible? Where, to be honest, my family was sick they've been sick all week. So what music have I been playing? What music have I been playing? Okay. What music have I been playing so loud to where the neighbors can complain? Only thing that I have and that I watch a lot of is TV shows, and I have my surround sound on. But that's not music, homie. You see what I'm trying to say? That's not music, homie. So, in all actuality, you have people that will do these things out of spite and evilness, homie. Because they don't like you, bro. But watch how it turns around. See, when you are a good person, I'm not talking about no want to be seen good person. Oh, everybody see me good person. But when your heart is right, homie. I know my heart outweighs the feather, homie. To God, right now. I know that if I passed away or died, homie, I'm going right to heaven because my heart is right, homie. I have no malice or hatred against people. You understand? Only from when you try to do me wrong and do me right, what does it do? Let's go back to it. It put calluses on your soul. It put calluses on your heart to where now you kind of have a little ought against this brother or against this person or against this sister because of the things that they done and the things that they do that affect you. You understand? You start to have a little ought against them now. But the only thing you really got to do is call on the ancestors to get their ass. To whoop their ass. Homie, I promise you. From a person that been through, drug through the mud. I'm talking about drug through the mud. I'm talking about all types of shit on my name. I'm talking about, homie, I'm talking about some of the shit that motherfucker said about me. You shouldn't say that to a motherfucking dog. You understand? The things that were said about me, the things that were done to me, homie. And the only thing that you got to do, brother, is say, hey, you know what, ancestors? I want to call on the power of the ancestors. I want to call on the universe. I want to call on Zarabanda. I want to call on the ancestors. I want to call on the universal God to destroy those who cause harm upon me. The universe will destroy them, homie. I promise you. You might be a little ha ha he. I got you, but they fired me. Listen, I'm gonna tell you. Look, you cannot tell me. You cannot tell me that if you want to say there is a God, you cannot tell me that there is not a God or a higher power or a universal mind that is so magnificent in wonder. It makes the seventh wonders look like a goddamn anthill. You understand? I used to work at Rite Aid. I'm going to tell you this. I used to work at Rite Aid. I used to come to work, doing my thing, really giving 100% of what I do. I don't care if you ever worked with me or worked with or anything, you will know I give 100% in anything I say that I'm going to do. And the reason why I don't do a lot of shit because my heart is not telling me to do it. You understand? So I move whenever the universal God tells me to move. That's when I move. You understand? When it's in my heart to do, you know what, you gotta do it. You understand? I used to work at Rite Aid on Alhambra. Coming in every time, stopping theft, what I was supposed to do. You understand? I'm talking about doing extra shit. Putting tape around the eyelash, like the eyelash glue. I'm putting tape around it. Putting a sticker on it. Making sure that if you go get this, it's going to take some time for you to get this. You understand? It's going to take some time. We put up glass containers for the liquor. Those little red things to stop the thieves and all that. I'm going to tell you something. Look. Look, check it out. It was a girl there. Her name was, fuck it. I want to say her name, but I ain't going to say it. She used to work there. Her name, I'm going to just call her T-Rex arms. Because she had little small ass arms. And she looked like a T-Rex when she walked. She thought she was a shit, her ugly ass. No, for real. I'm not trying to be spiteful, but she was not all that. She wore a hat like she was Tomb Raider. You know what I'm talking about? Like a little hat and a little ponytail. And just be like, oh yeah, this or that. So one day, she showed me a video of her having a storage. This is when I knew. When your heart is always telling you something, brother, you got to follow it. I knew she was stealing from this store. Having people come in, right? And she would take it back to her storage. So one day, she showed me her storage. And I was like, wow. The cool part about it is, wait, hold on, let me rewind it. She was the one who told me to work at her store. She was like, Lamar, you should work at the store. Because I really didn't want to work downtown, because downtown, I should have, because, I was in all in Alhambra, but I was going to be working at K Street, but I really didn't want to deal with that. Because it's next level over there, bruh. Next level. These motherfuckers be stealing their ass off, shitting in the middle of the floor, all this crazy shit, right? The shit that I seen, bruh, I promise you, brother, it will amaze you. It will amaze you. I could write a book off this shit, which I'm gonna do. For all my shit, all my life, I'm gonna write a book. But let me get back to the story. T-Rex arms showed me a storage that she had. I said, oh, I knew it. I knew your motherfucking ass was having motherfuckers come in here, taking shit, and then you would do whatever you do and give them half whatever the fuck you was doing, but you was doing that. And I'm going to tell you something. It was so many things and so many red flags. I should have knew what was going on, but I was so busy trying to be what? A good fucking employee, right? A good nigger. Here you go, your good nigger sticker. Like Brother Panic say, good nigger sticker. I have my good nigger sticker on. I was the nigga security of the world, Craig. Wait, oh, stop, wait, put that back. No, you can't take that. Dude, I'm talking about nigga on them. On that ass. On that ass. I'm not a big dude, but I'm a big nigga to where sometimes motherfuckers might be a little intimidated. You gotta look serious, and I'm looking all serious. My beard one day looking like this and shit. Eyes be red. I be doing my job. They be, oh, this motherfucking Matumbo looking ass nigga. Wait, this nigga is this old big ass nigga. Hold on, bro. We ain't gonna just run out on this nigga. You know what I mean? So it was crazy, bruh. Make a long story short, T-Rex arms wasn't liking what I was doing. She was security too, but she wasn't liking how good I was. And when you're good at what you do, they try to find anything to get you gone. I'm going to tell you something. When you're good at what you do, they try to find anything to get you gone. So I'm going to tell you this. So this is what I did. I'm going to tell you how they got me. One day, we were having a huge meeting with the corporate. These people are high level, okay? High level people. And they're coming in, and the assistant store manager, who was a douchebag, fucking straight cunt bitch, motherfucker, all right? His punk ass, he was nervous. So I'm trying to help a vendor. I'm walking the vendor back where the liquor is. I have my own key. I'm asset protection. I'm on the same level as a store manager damn near. You understand? So I go and walk the vendor to the alcohol cabinet. And here comes Ryan. What are you doing? I said, Ryan, I'm just showing him where he wants to put the liquor at. He was like, oh, well, next time you should tell me. Ryan, I know what I'm doing. Ryan. He just wanted to know where he should put this liquor goes. And I'm telling him, well, you shouldn't. Don't make sure you run that through me. I said, are you okay? I said, where are you angry today? He said, no. And just walked off. He comes back. He said, don't try to play with me. Don't try to ask me if I'm okay. How are you doing today? Don't do that with me. I said, oh, okay. You know what it is? He doesn't like me. But I thought he was cool, right? Nigga, I thought bro was cool. I'm going to be totally honest. I thought, I used to help him out taking off the ads every Sunday. If you ever worked at Rite Aid, you have to take off the ads. And then you have to do it on Sunday. And then the new ones come up on Monday morning. They put the new ads on there. So I used to always take off the ads. So I thought we was cool. Clearly we wasn't. So he does all that. And I go, so I ain't gonna lie, it makes me mad. So I'm like, fuck, man, I'm kind of hot. So I'll go over to the girl. I said, man, I just feel like slapping Ryan in the face. I feel like punching him in the face. That's what she said. And then she goes, huh? Like, she gives me this look like, I was like, oh, shit, I didn't know if I should have said that to her. But me, knowing her, shit like that, I thought she'll be like, man, don't do that, man. He cool, man. I know he kind of got at you foul, but don't. And, she was like, huh? So I walk outside and I punch the garbage can, bop, and I do a lap. And I come back in. This whole time, right, I'm like, oh. I'm thinking everything's cool. Me and Ryan not talking like that. We don't really talk anymore like that. We sometimes talk, right? But it's like, one time I had these boxes, and he comes and shows me, here go these boxes. Now, this is how you check. Because you know how people come in and ask you for boxes when they're moving? So they got a big box. They stuck all the small other boxes in there. So we have to check it in between to see if there's any merchandise, right? If they're going out the store, because he was taking it out the store. And he said, this is how you check. I said, Ryan, I know what I'm doing. Right? And the reason why I'm using his name, because there's thousands of Ryans out there. So I looked through it, and I said, he goes, I said, I looked through it for you. He said, well, thank you, sir. Some boosie ass shit. He was a boosie motherfucker, bruh. So, make a long story short, and then there was another dude named Frank. I couldn't stand this motherfucker because I knew he didn't like black people. You see what I'm saying? I just knew he didn't. And Frank was a real grimy looking. He looked like a grease ball. You know when the motherfuckers that look wet all the time? They got that sick black, wet ass, nasty looking, greasy ass hair. I said, you just look like a grease ball motherfucker. Just an old sweaty ass sausage motherfucker. You sweaty sausage eating, nasty looking, ugly motherfucker. You understand me? This is an ugly looking, grease ball looking motherfucker. I said, you was a nasty looking motherfucker. You feel me? No, but for real though, this nigga, something was off with him. I could tell he used to hit that shit. I can tell, nigga, from one addict to another, nigga. I know you're high, buddy. You feel me? From one person that used to get on, nigga. I know you're high, brother. I know. Because you know why? I used to look like that, you greasy cheese ball looking motherfucker. I swear, I'm sorry. Because I really want to whoop Frank's ass still. But you know what? I'm not even tripping. Because guess what happens? They fired me. The girl wrote a whole report. Andrea wrote a whole report. Had Frank going there as a witness. Ryan going there talking about he was afraid of me. Even though we were talking through all this after that happened and all that. Right? Oh man, it was just a whole shitstorm. So they end up letting me go on some. I'm coming to, one day I get suspended. This was like a month, like 2 months after all this, right? That's why it's so cold. I get suspended. And well, they already wanted me to go anyway because my attendance, because you can make your own schedule there. So nigga, what? You make your own schedule, nigga? Psst. I'm doing hella shit, not coming in, hella shit, right? You feel me? I'm pimping this shit out. I make my own schedule. Nigga, psh, off Sundays, work Monday, psh, you gotta always work Thursday, so I'm working Thursday, I'm leaving 2-3 hours earlier, nigga, psh, I'm out, nigga, hella shit, right? So then they had to put people at one store, so now we're at one store now. We can't move and go and do what we used to do, hella smooth shit. We gotta be at one store now, right? So I was stationed at Alhambra, whatever. So all that shit happened with Ryan, everything and all that. They're going. One day I felt something in my heart. Everybody's going in the office, and Andrea's in there writing her report, doing her shit. I don't really go in the office at all. So it's like, she's in the office, she's using it for something. I'm not bothering with her or nothing. But they're not talking to me. None of that shit. People, they're talking to me, but not talking to me. But a look that Frank gave me, I was like, hey, what's up with you, Frank? He gave me this look like, oh, nothing. Like, he gave me this, sneaky ass look, like this look that was just like, some bullshit, like, like, just a fucked up ass look. You know what I mean? Just a fucked up ass look. When he told me that, right, he was like, oh, no. So I was just in my head, I'm like, they're doing something in there. And I was just thinking, they're trying to probably push me out. And next thing you know, a week from there, I get a phone call that I'm suspended from work over some fighting allegations and shit like that and all that. So it was just a whole, and then they were like, I'm gonna let you gotta write this report about what happened and this and that, this and third. And I was just like, at this point, it's no point for me even doing any of that. You know what I mean? Fuck it. Fuck y'all. Fucking fire me, bitch. They fired me. Go to that store and go shop there right now. It's closed down. They closed that whole fucking store down, bitch. Aha. That's what you do. When you fuck with a child of the universe, when you fuck with a child of God, guess what happens? Destruction comes upon you. Destruction comes upon you. The things that you do to a person, guess what? Destruction comes upon you, brother. You can't do people wrong for nothing. You can't do things out of evilness. You see what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to give you an example of the planning and the maliciousness and the evil intent that goes in with your doing all that. You understand? You're trying to plan shit. You're trying to maliciously do shit. You understand? To get a person fired. That's some evil shit, homeboy. That's some dog shit. That's some real evil heart shit. You trying to do evil shit. You understand? An evil brother never wins. That evil, that self, that real. Have you ever seen Thomas? And with motherfucker with all the flies on him? That's what a lot of motherfuckers look on the inside. They got that Thomas heart, that Thomas mentality, that Thomas spirit, that Thomas reactions in the way how they carry themselves. You might think they look good on the outside, but on the inside, they are monsters. Evil motherfuckers. I'm talking about real devilish, fucking Grim Reaper looking motherfuckers. Motherfuckers, you wouldn't even give a rotten hot dog to motherfuckers. You understand me? Some people that got such a bad heart, homie. They heart will boil in a motherfucking Antarctica cup of water, ice, whatever the fuck. You can give, nigga, I'm telling you, motherfucker heart is so evil. A motherfucker heart is so evil. You understand? So cold. You understand? They will freeze, they will freeze Sub-Zero. You understand? When your heart is that evil, filled with that much hatred, to where you're planning shit to do somebody's wrong. You are a evil person, and nothing good will come to you, bruh. Nothing good will come when you're planning to do wrong unto somebody. Unto somebody. When you're planning to do wrong unto somebody for nothing. Your heart is not right. Your heart is not in the right place. You understand? And when you do things like that, it's a snowball effect of what happens to you. Of things that happen to you. It's a snowball effect to things that happen to you. You can't do anybody wrong that has a good heart, homie, and think that you're going to be able to get away this motherfucker scot-free. I promise you. People that do wrong to me, for some reason, shit gets fucked off. That Rite Aid closed on Alhambra. The other Rite Aid closed on K Street. Shortly after when they fired me. I said, I'm not even tripping. Because why? I gave 110%. And when you do wrong to people, motherfucker, I don't give a fuck if you're the president of the United States. Something is going to happen to your ass. You cannot think that you're going to get away scot-free when you do wrong unto motherfucking people. You understand? Don't think you're going to be scot-free. Oh, la-di-da-di-da. Oh, la-di-da-di-da. Let's go to the party. Oh, yeah, yeah. No, something's going to happen to your ass, homeboy. And when it does, guess what's going to come back into your head? I should have never done them wrong. Oh, I should have listened. Oh, I shouldn't have did that. Oh, it's too late. It's too late. Because what did the Bible say? Do my, hold on, come on. Do my righteous no harm, my prophets no evil. You can't do wrong to people and think that you are going to be a successful person and the riches of the world is going to be given to you. No, because you're doing so much wrong on the people, the karma's for you to get done wrong back to. You think it's not going to come back to you? You think you can walk around this motherfucking la-di-da-di-da skipping and motherfucking high-fiving and jacking off and eating and nothing going to happen to you? The world has a funny way of kicking motherfuckers' asses and showing them when they're wrong, they shouldn't. Hey, it will always be, you always see a face. You always see a face. And what I mean is, when you done wrong to somebody or did somebody shady or did somebody wrong, when something happens to you down the line, you see their face in your memory. And that's the universal God showing your ass, this is what happened when you did them that way 4 years ago. And you thought that you were going to get away scot-free. And it didn't happen. Now your ass is grass. You understand? You can't think that you're going to get away with this motherfucker scot-free. Like I always say, bro, you got 2 motherfucking hands. You got 2 hands. And the things that you do with these hands, sometimes, you can't wash every stain off, homie. You can't wash every stain off. Some stains are there to stay. Are crimson stains from the shit that you done with these 2 hands. You put a stain on these motherfucking hands. And by you doing that, you can't wash every fucking stain off, nigga. Every stain don't come off, nigga. Every stain don't get removed. From you doing so wrong unto people. Not doing right by people. Not doing right by that woman who took care of your ass for 25 years and you did this woman so bad, now your ass dying of lung cancer. God damn it, feel bad for you, but you shouldn't have done it. The motherfucker out here fucking and got 10 different baby mamas and just doing every single woman wrong. Not taking care of none of these childs. Something's going to happen to your motherfucking ass to make you see their face. You are going to see that face from the things that you have done wrong. You are going to see that face because of the guilt. You understand? And the real, true, malicious act of doing somebody wrong. 2-3 years from now, month from now, week from now, it's going to come back to you. You got to understand and remember that you only got 2 motherfucking hands. That's it. 2 hands. And every fucking stain don't come off. It don't. You have to remember that. You have 1 life in 2 fucking hands. So the decisions you make in this motherfucker have to be thought about it critically. You got to think about shit critically. You can't just get out here blinded and no. You have to know exactly what you're doing. You have to make these critical steps in motherfucking life to see yourself successful and find things or happiness and find, you know what I'm saying? That's why the motherfuckers that really get what they want, they got a good heart. You talk to a motherfucker successful or somebody who just good things happen to them all the time, more than likely, and they came from the struggle, their heart was right, bro. They heart be gold, bro. Then you got some motherfuckers that are successful that are some straight greaseball motherfuckers. Some cheesy grease motherfuckers. You greaseball mucus plug ass motherfucker and you successful. There's some motherfuckers that are like that. But then you got those successful people that got a good heart, homie. Or even the people who ain't successful. They just got a good heart. And they just always have good things happen to them. You know what I'm saying? But things happen in people's lives. It do. It do. Trust me. My motherfucking car caught on fire. And it just caught on fire. You know what I mean? It was a problem that maybe I should have looked into. I didn't take care of it when I should have. And guess what happened? To the state of that, my car caught on fire. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's a lot of shit, bruh. It's a lot of shit, man. It's a lot of shit that you have to sometimes unpack in your life. It's like luggage. Our life is like luggage. We got to do a lot of unpacking sometimes, homie, to figure out the things, to figure out, okay, hold on, maybe I did this way. Hold on. You got to unpack this luggage, bruh. We have a lot of luggage that we have to unpack. You understand? And a lot of luggage that we have to kind of look back on and be like, damn, bruh. Maybe I should have left that back in the motherfucking car. You know what I'm saying? Like, that luggage shouldn't have came out, I shouldn't have brought that motherfucker out like that and unzipped it and put it in the closet. Shit, nigga, that luggage could have stayed, But a lot of times is, bro, when this life is very hard. This shit is tough. And if a motherfucker tell you that it's easy, I don't want to talk to him. Homie, that's why I don't like Instagram and shit like that. Because it don't show you the real struggle for what a person goes through on a day-to-day. It doesn't show you that. You just think a motherfucker got cupcakes and goddamn peaches ice cream all motherfucking day and with goddamn getting motherfucking flowered with grapes getting fed grapes and getting fucking fed with palm leaves, nigga. No, it's a lot in this motherfucking life that make a nigga want to sick and think it. Real talk. It's a lot of shit in life that make a motherfucker want to re-guess and be like, God damn, this shit is tough. You understand me? This shit is tough. You feel me? This shit is not it. This is some dark shit. You feel me? This is some dark shit, man. You feel me? It can get really dark within your mind, man. People don't understand that. And for the people that understand what I'm talking about, just those dark thoughts and feeling like you're not good enough for anything, feeling like you're not going to make any type of worth of yourself, just feeling feeling that in your heart and feeling that in your mind, and it could really create a cancer that just eats away at you, man. And there's some people that are very depressed and just constantly going through depression and anxiety. And that shit is real because a lot of people suffer through that shit, man. And addiction, man. And I understand. You feel me? I understand what y'all going through out there, bro. I promise you. If anybody does, I do, bro. From a person who struggled with a lot of the shit that I just named. Addiction, depression, anxiety. You know? Not feeling like you're not good enough. Not feeling like nobody fucking loves you. Like, you know, you're really out here on your own, bruh. And, you know, man, if anybody understands, I do, man. You know, I really do. And it's fucked up. It's really fucked up because sometimes when you're just looking for a handout, you get a kick in the fucking nuts. You know? And it's like, how do you get up? How do you continue to rise up? How do you continue to the up, down, down, up, down, up, down? Start to feel like a motherfucking dance. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. You have to keep going. And I know no matter how hard it gets, I know it has to get easier. It has to get easier, y'all. And I'm believing that. And I'm staying on that because I know it has to get easier. And I know it has to get better some fucking day. If I'm constantly trying to do this shit, if I'm constantly trying to do right, I know one day it's going to be a good. It's going to be, hey, you know what? You made it. Fuck. You know? Just like in that Shaq documentary. He said, I always acted like they were going to hand us the championship. No, we had to take it. Sometimes you gotta take your destiny, nigga. Fuck waiting for that shit. You gotta take that shit. You gotta take your destiny. You waiting for motherfuckers to hand shit to you? No, fuck that. You gotta take it, bruh. You gotta take it, homie. You gotta take your success. You gotta take that shit. You know? And if you ever want to do something, do it, you know, be better than what you are, you gotta take that shit. You feel me? And when you take that shit, and when you get there, you feel like this is what I fought for. I fought for this. I fought for this. Nobody else gave me a handout, gave me nothing. I fought for this. My blood, my sweat, my tears. And that's the joy. And that's why you see motherfuckers in the championship room, they be doing that champagne like, because they fought for that shit, nigga. Really think about that shit. When you in the trenches, nigga. When you in the tar pits. When you in the motherfucking trenches, nigga. You understand? There's somebody in the trench right now in the trenches, nigga, grinding every day. Nigga, we in the trenches, we in the tar pits. Trying to get out this motherfucker. You feel me? We trying to get out this and try to be successful and make and to where our kids can be happy. We're trying to fight for something more. And that's why when people do wrong to you and talk about your family, it does hurt. Because when you focus on trying to fight for so much more, you're thinking that, man, there's no way nobody could be against me because I'm just so authentic and real. I'm trying to grind. I'm trying to become successful. Man, I know they could feel me, but when they don't feel you, you're like, oh, damn. But that's okay because the universal God will send things in to sometimes show you, you know what? This is what you're going to be going through. So plan correctly on what you got to do. You feel me? Plan correctly. Order your steps correctly. Because this is what can sometimes come from the side. Blah. Oh, damn. For real, nigga? He said that? Boom. Ah, damn. Oh, shit, they did that? Boom. Ah, shit. God damn, she said that? You understand? You got to plan correctly and order your steps correctly. To where, so when you get up and rise up, nigga, it's over. It's really over because I'm crushing on anything that tried to keep me down. Anxiety, I'm crushing on it. Depression, I'm crushing on it. Hatred, I'm crushing on it. Motherfucker talking about me, get up out of here. I don't want that. Motherfucker trying to throw dirt in your name, take that. You can have that. I don't want that. When a motherfucker constantly trying to beat you down, blocking that. You ain't get me. You ain't get me. You're not getting me. You feel me? In this world, in this life, you only got two hands. And don't let it callous, don't let this world and this life callous your motherfucking soul. Callous on a grown man's soul.